This episode is brought to you by Loot Crate. Would you classify yourself as a geek, gamer, or pop culture nerd? Then this is the subscription box for you. For less than $20 a month, you get 6 to 8 items of gamer and pop culture licensed gear, apparel, collectibles, unique one-of-a-kind items, and more. Make sure you head to lootcrate.com/kindafunny and enter the offer code kindafunny to save $3 on any new subscription. Not that long ago, and depending on where you live, not so far away, Loot Crate blasted off into a voyage across the galaxy, searching the far reaches of space to find universally awesome gear. Using December's Star Wars The Force Awakens loot as the launch pad, we landed on some equally cosmic items from Halo 5 and more. With an exclusive Funko Pop and an exclusive t-shirt in this month's crate, this is the loot you're looking for. Basically, Loot Crate is like a friend who knows what you love and surprises you with an awesome present every month. You have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate, and when the cutoff happens, Jackie boy, that's it. It's over. So go to lootcrate.com/kindafunny and enter the offer code kindafunny to save $3 on your new subscription today. Tim.
Yes.
What's your topic?
So my topic is playgrounds, which might sound like a weird topic. And
No, it makes sense because isn't it? It's Nick that has to stay like 500 feet away from him at all times.
Yes, that is why I'm bringing this up.
Fucking nailed you.
No, so the reason I bring this up...
Brenda!
The reason I bring this up is recently on the internet, I came across, like, someone posted, like, oh, for anyone that grew up in SF, like, you'll know this type shit. So I clicked on it and I'm like, oh my God, this is this old blog post about this children's playground, which is what it was called, in Golden Gate Park. Mm-hmm. And that's where I grew up. Like, we grew up playing there. Kevin played there. We all have, anyone that's from SF has memories of that, like whatever. So I'm looking through this and I'm like, man, I remember this. Every single thing resonated with me in 10,000 stories.
Yeah.
And the point of it was that it was a literal death trap.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this thing is insane. I can't believe they let children play on this. Mm-hmm. I can't believe my parents brought us here and thought this was an okay thing to do.
Yeah.
And the blog was about how it was crazy, and then it was demolished. Now it's like, it's safer. But all it is just a new coat of paint on, like, it's just modern death traps.
Mm-hmm. They put down the rubber and stuff. Like,
there's rubber. So it's like, great. Now instead of getting sand everywhere, you're fucking burning yourself on everything and all this shit. But I just wanted to kind of appreciate it. And I don't know, like, I sent Kevin a link of pictures. So we might be putting pictures of what I'm talking about. If not,
said no, he's kind of lazy.
There's a link in the description at the very least. Make sure you do this. Of the that I'm talking about. I want you to do it. So
put the link in, Kevin. It's so hard over there.
This park, there's a lot of playgrounds. Not all of them have a lot of shit, but this one had all of the crazy dangerous shit in one thing. So there was the classic, very, very, very long cement slides.
Mm-hmm. Cement slide.
The cement slide.
What's a cement slide?
Like a slide made of cement?
Yes.
Yeah, like really smooth, right?
Like, well.
It should be.
Yeah.
I know, like very old 60s or 70s.
Yeah, so it'd
style.
be like, it's two slides. It was like, pretty much there was a mountain. And then they would put cement on the hill. It's more of a hill than a mountain.
Okay.
On the hill. And then there'd be stairs going up the sides. And then there'd be two, like, it's like a drag race of slides, essentially. And it's just cement. And what kids would do, and so this is a sand playground, which is a key thing. Because, like, there's the sand playgrounds, there's the tan bark playgrounds, there's this, like, weird recycled rubber shit playgrounds. Mm-hmm. So this is a sand playground, which means that there's, like, dead skunk and it's Golden Gate Park.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
Just
so there might be a bum buried.
There's needles everywhere.
There's needles everywhere.
You're walking and a bum arm comes out and tries to stab you with a fucking needle.
No, but I mean, the needle. Like, I remember growing up and needles were a real thing. Like, it was like the number one thing. You go to the playground, your mom's like, "Hey, if you see a needle, let me know. Stay away from this area." And like, I just grew up thinking that there was needles everywhere, and there was. Like, we'd get maybe 1 out of every 4 times, like, we'd find a fucking needle, and it's like, that's insane.
I had to look out for mountain lions.
In the
we
sand?
didn't have that.
Yeah.
There was skunks. There was a lot of vicious skunks.
They come out of the sand. You're like, fuck.
So there's
like
these
Dune. They're just like,
there's these slides, right?
Yeah.
Now, cement slides on their own, that's pretty dangerous. Like, you can crack your fucking head open.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google cement slides.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm
that
having
I know
trouble.
That. Is it
Really?
like highly polished? Can you Google this?
So this is where
Cardboard.
shit got fucking real.
Right.
Is there would be a bunch of cardboard at the bottom of the slide
Okay.
where the kids would take a little bit of sand, bring it up, and you'd get up the stairs. Everyone's in this like line.
Mm-hmm.
You bring it up, like, hope you don't lose your fucking sand or whatever. get to the top, put the sand on the top of the slide.
It's literally exactly
Get a
when
little bit of coding.
it's just what it is.
push the sand down, so the sand would kind of
Just this, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just all
yeah,
right.
yeah. But it was much longer than this.
Slides made us. Is it this one? Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's like that. So, anyways, it's then the sand would kind of like coat the whole thing to get it that nice like. So you just fucking
Yeah, like a shuffleboard table.
Exactly. And it was human shuffleboard.
Mm-hmm.
And you would race the person next to you, and there'd be someone behind you that would push you down. So these kids are just fucking flying down this thing until they hit the bottom, and then they'd fucking face plant and skid face
no more
first in the
sand.
sand, you know? And it's like, all right, so that is the most dangerous thing in the world. How do you make it more dangerous? Oh, it's the 90s, so everyone has rollerblades and skateboards. So let's rollerblade and skateboard. That's it.
That's it. Yeah,
That
I
is
found it. I did some Googling here for Golden Gate Park. Watch out. There's a microphone there, Nick. Nick. Don't go to its level, Nick. Be the bigger man.
Why are these kids tiny? There's like toddlers doing this.
That's what I mean. That was
thing.
life, right? Like that's
Why
what,
are these
that's
kids
what we
tiny?
did.
I'm going right to Twitter with that with no context.
You just expected big, beautiful kids, and you see some tiny
No, but
kids.
I imagine like they were like when you were playing on this thing. I always imagine you were like 12.
Oh no,
These
no.
kids look like they're 4, and their parents
Yeah.
are like, "This is fine."
Yep, but
this
that's
is totally fine.
That's
They're
what I'm
fine.
saying. So then, in addition to that, there was a giant monster truck tire where it was just the tire, and then you can get in the tire and just chill. And if the kids were resourceful enough, you can get a couple kids in there, start rocking it back and forth, and move the tire from its place where it's supposed to be until it tipped over and probably killed somebody.
Wait, are these pictures that are correct? Is what we're looking at here? Because this looks like Burning Man. This looks like the most dangerous.
That's
It looks
it.
like
Oh,
a little bit like Thunderdome.
I'm just
Yeah.
this is Golden Gate Park. Search for playground.
Yeah, children's playground is what it's called. There is a link for the people at home. You can click and you can follow along with this. So in addition to that, there was the big big wheel thing. Then there was literally just a ramp. So it was just a ramp surrounded by sand, and that's it.
You showed me a picture of this, and it looks like the Simpsons escalator that goes to nowhere.
Yeah, and it's like,
it's
what do they
exactly
expect
what
the
it
kids to do on this? Like, it's literally just a launch pad for them to run and just jump off.
Just
Like,
break their fucking knees
it's just
off.
like there's no other purpose for it than that. Then there'd just be the classic
that's the ramp there.
stumps of log that just go up at different lengths.
Oh,
So
you
it's
mean
like,
you mean the fucking Christian Bale Batman Begins logs where you have to
Exactly.
stand down and people punch you in the
Yep,
stomach and you have to like do push
so it's that, except there'd be like a bunch of them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like what? So the kids are supposed to walk across them, and if they slip and fall, oops,
crack
you
your head
lost
open.
the game.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Then of course there's the metal merry-go-round, but not the merry-go-round with the fucking animals and shit. It's the one where
Oh,
the
you
kid
just get on and
stands on
spin
it,
as fast
and you
as
fucking
possible.
spin as fast as you fucking can until someone dies. There's a common theme here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's death. All right. Then there's two more main attractions to this park that I'll just fucking never understand. One is what can only be described as like the remains of a Twisted Metal fight. Like, or even just like a level in Twisted Metal Black. Like, it's entire play structure that's made of metal bars. So it's just a bunch of metal bars that look like kind of like this, if they just kind of just extended everywhere, and it was just like there's colors. You know, the like
Not the igloo. You're not talking about the igloo, are you? Like the hemisphere, like
The half circle
sphere?
that's all made of metal that you climb up like an idiot.
that's a modern.
This thing
a
over
modern
here.
thing.
What the
It's
fuck
that.
is
Bunch of
that?
Yeah.
Triforces.
So it's a bunch of Triforces essentially, and it was made with like there's a whole bunch of zip lines where you can like grab a metal thing and zip from one area to the next. And it's like there's so much danger here. Like none of this made any sense.
Oh yeah.
And so it's all these damn bars. It's kind of similar to when you go to like the jungle or Chuck E. Cheese
okay.
or McDonald's, like the little
place-
play things.
the
But
play
instead
place.
of it being tubes with floors, it's just sticks that you need to like kind of go. And if you fall, you're dead.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
fucking dead. Now, how can we make it more dangerous? The fact that there's homeless people that just sleep in them. Like that's just what they do. And They don't ever clean these, and it's fucking metal, so it rains and stuff. Rust everywhere.
For the record, I don't think the homeless people sleeping in them were part of the design of the playground. That kind of just happens.
It's like,
Why?
the game designers place the homeless
put
people.
3
there.
homeless people in it at all times.
So there's all this stuff, and it's just like I remember even being little and thinking it was the coolest thing in the world, but also being frightened.
Oh,
Like,
sure.
It was like, this is scary, because there'd be the big kids, and the big kids were, I'm an 8-year-old, and the 12-year-old who might as well have been 30 is running around, and I'm like, fuck, that guy's scared. And
Sure.
he's zipping on this goddamn thing. And then there's the monkey bars.
Monkey bars,
But the
yeah.
monkey bars that are circle rings that move. Because it's like the
It's like
advanced
a
level
it's like that
of
ninja show on
of-
G4.
What's it called? It's
Ninja
American
Warrior.
Ninja, but
Ninja
also
Warrior.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. It's like the
Olmec.
freaking advanced version. We're like, holy shit. But then there's one last thing that, please guys, look at this link so you can see this, because I couldn't make this up if I fucking tried. It's like, how could you make the merry-go-round where if you run around it any more dangerous than it already is? How about you turn it on its side, and instead of it going in circles, it's going in like
Like a mouse wheel.
a freaking no, it's not even just mouse wheel.
Like a boat.
It like one of the boats, one
Yeah,
of those
the
boat
carnival
rides,
boats.
that
The
go like
carnival
this.
thing, yeah.
So what's everyone
Great.
try to do? Let's fucking flip it. Let's go all the way around. And like, I can't believe that until they demolished this place, they didn't get rid of
Can we get a
those.
death toll of kids that
Like,
have died?
I can't even imagine. Like,
kid
there's a
looks like
gift
his
there,
head's
which
stuck
is
in
really
it.
great. So it's like these kids would get on 2 sides, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, if we can fit 2 kids, maybe we can fit 4 kids. Maybe we can fit 6 kids. And then it became, how many people can use all their force to freaking make this thing go? And then eventually, like, no joke. This is the one thing I joked about a lot of people dying. No one died that I know of. I'm sure someone did. But
Homeless guy.
this was the thing where every single time I went, someone got injured. Bad.
Got wrecked.
Mangled is the best way to put it. Like, they'd fucking fly off this fucking thing into another one of the structures.
Of course.
Oh my God, it was a disaster. And now RIP, because it's gone. I'll never be able to see it again. But what are your guys' like childhood playgrounds?
When I think you say childhood playground, I immediately jump to Spalding School in unincorporated Glen Ellen, which is where I grew up. Spalding School was like an abandoned school that was that had fields in the back and a playground in the front, and that's where like you go sometimes to play. You know what I mean? It was like Spalding School was active when like my parents were kids, right? I think my dad might have gone there for a couple of years, but like this school eventually just gets abandoned and has a shitty ass playground out in front, and yeah, it's monkey bars over concrete. Like, yeah, that's a great idea. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, it didn't have it, but some other playground I remember had the metal half sphere where
Yeah,
you crawl
that
out to the top, and then if you
Scary,
fall,
man.
your leg gets caught, and like you break your knee, and you're like hanging there in like fucking turmoil. It had when you were talking about the concrete slide, Spalding had the metal slide where you're like, let's go play at the park, and the sun has been baking this in the Chicago heat, and you go like, and like screaming as you go down. If you have anything to go down it, you know what I mean? It's like Jesus.
The metal was always the worst too, because you're like, if I'm not sweating, this thing's gonna burn me. Like not burn like high heat, but it's gonna get that nice rub.
Yeah,
where
the
you like,
friction.
stop for a second. You're like,
Well, no, so the worst on that is so eventually this playground had it too, but a lot of the other playgrounds had the mid 90s. This is when the rubber and tan bark started coming in.
Yeah.
But it was those like plastic structures.
Yeah.
Like all the structures are plastic. So you if it was hot, you get the burn. If it rained, it was all wet and disgusting. You always got burned no matter what.
Yeah.
But the worst thing was the freaking static that would build
Oh,
up.
yeah.
So anything you touch is just fucking shocking you. And it's like so it's like the kids would play the ground is lava, but you wouldn't even need to because it was just everything else is
Every
electricity.
surface sucks.
The best part of that though is because we all had a thing about playgrounds. Just they were dangerous. Like we were the last, maybe the last generation that really before the what I'll call the pussification of the United States, where. But seriously, where like parents were just like go play and
Is it
we'll
the
see what happens.
pussification or maybe like smartening up that we're like we're ruining these children?
he's right. I remember
were fine, we're all
distinctively.
fine,
I
I
remember
think.
distinctively the first time I stepped foot on like a new playground
Yeah,
where
like that cushy.
it has
bounce.
the cushy bounce to it, and I was like, what kind of fucking lame ass kid would play on this fucking thing? Like when we had sand
Or wood
or
chips?
concrete. That was
wood
it.
chips were a part.
Oh,
of
the wood chips were but the wood chips had their own issues where if you caught a wood chip the wrong way, you'd be picking that fucking thing out of your ass.
It's like
Next month and a half.
bamboo shoots up your fingernails.
But it's not even. I'm not even trying to be political. It's just it is true. Like our parents used to like. My parents cared about me. Your parents cared about you, but they were just like go
Go off.
fuck off
Yeah.
and do whatever you want. I used to just go like when I was at my grandma's. I'd go in Albertson, Long Island. I would go to this huge elementary school, and there was an awesome playground. And I used to play hockey sometimes with these like way older people. Like I was like maybe like 10 years old, and they were
37.
They were probably there. They were definitely like out of high school. And like I used to just like play around with them because I could play. I mean, not as well as they could, but I played hockey.
Sure.
And they recognized that. We used to shoot around. And this was during the days. I mean, I'm getting old now. This was during the days of before plastic Gatorade bottles. So this was glass.
Oh
Gatorade
yeah,
bottles.
I remember
glass Gatorade bottles.
Yeah.
I don't.
And
actually.
and we lined them up. Like after like we were done and we would shoot pucks at them or whatever, and then we would like they would sweep them up and get rid of them. And
They would sweep them up and get rid of them.
They would because it was like a it was that I do remember. They weren't like being hooligans. It was a very nice school. And we were probably get kicked out of there or whatever. But I remember I was shooting once. It was Mother's Day, 1992 maybe, and I shot a puck at one of these glass Gatorade bottles that exploded. Glass cut me. Like I was far away from it too. It was like a wrist shot. I was probably like 15 feet away from it. Like this shard of glass just like cut me like right along my eyebrow. You can't even see it anymore. I had like all these stitches like
Walking around like Big Boss.
Yeah, and I remember walking home, and this is emblematic of it. I remember walking back to my grandma's with like my hand over my thing with this blood pouring down me, and I'm like, what the hell happened to you? And I'm like, oh, I got like an exploded Gatorade bottle in my face, and they're like, all right, let's go to the ER. It wasn't like this whole this like freak out kind of thing.
There was no social justice campaign on Twitter to end glass.
No, they didn't like try to sue the kids or try to sue the school or something. It was just like that was me being a kid, and therefore me paying the price for doing stupid things.
It was your fault.
And it was my fault.
Yeah.
And lo and behold,
never did that again.
No glass Gatorade bottles anymore.
This was the story. This is what broke it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember that really well. Like there was something special about being a kid on that verge before things changed because they're different now. And we grew up in the late 80s, like and early 90s, and it wasn't like that. It really wasn't. My parents were like, "Oh, you want to go swim?" We had an in-ground pool, but all my friends did in our neighborhood, and so I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Tim's to swim," and they're like, "Oh, are their mom and dad home?" Yeah, all right.
That was it. And
like no one was calling anyone to be like, are these fucking 8-year-olds drowning in your fucking 8-foot deep pool?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the difference now, right? Is that everyone has every kid has a cell phone, and so like when you were a kid, all you needed to do was convince your parents
You were going
to
somewhere.
let you go somewhere, and then all you needed was the time you had to be back, and you would
that was
fuck off. There was nothing. They would never know. I'd be like, I'm going to the mall with Stu. That's it. I could leave the mall and go to a crack den for all they fucking knew, and they would never know, right?
It's also because they can't track you on locator.
I don't know you don't know where you are. Now everyone's got locators on them in their pockets. Your parents can load the app and like, oh, he's at the mall.
Well, it's worse than that. Even it's like even if they don't have the locator, it's like the fact that they know that they have a phone on them.
They
that
call
means
you.
They know that they can contact them, which means that if they call them and they don't answer, that
Trouble.
they're dead.
No,
There's no in between. They're dead or
dead.
they're answering the phone.
You're so right though, man. It's so nostalgic when you think about it.
Think about that.
My I'm going out to play on a summer night, 95, 96, whatever it is, and it's like be home by
10
be
or
home,
8,
or be home by dark.
Yeah,
And
That
then
was
I
it.
get home and it's like kind of dark out, and they're like, "I told you to be home by dark," and I'm like, "It's still dusk out." Should have given me a more legitimate time, And they're like, "Well, all right,
Yeah.
go fuck off again."
Yeah.
Now that you're here, what's
That
the
was
next thing
it,
you're gonna go
man.
do? What you dumb
Keep
goony
yourself
friends?
busy. Maddie Kerr, what were playgrounds like in Montana? I imagine
Yeah. I want actually. What is
Tumbleweeds?
your guys' idea of Montana?
flat.
I've been there, so I'm not gonna
Tumbleweeds.
say.
Flat.
It's beautiful.
I imagine
It's
everyone
it's amazing, man.
rides horses.
Na- It's very nature.
We just got
driven.
DSL 2 weeks ago.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, that's a lie.
I'm saying.
You broke me
yeah,
for a second.
Yeah, no.
Montana's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Big
it's-
sky country.
Absolutely, man. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. No, Lewis and Clark Elementary is what pops into my head immediately, and I remember playing like I don't know if you guys called it chicken fights, but we had monkey bars.
Yeah, you hang off the monkey bars
And
and,
you
try
use
to
your
kick each other.
legs.
Yep.
And I remember doing that from like 8 feet, 10 feet,
Yeah.
and falling right onto my back and just getting the wind knocked out of me.
Well, I mean, that's the
yeah.
thing is because like when you do that and you wrap your foot around, whoever falls either on their back
Mm-hmm.
or their neck.
Yeah.
Now,
very-
I don't want to jack
Or
your
they're
story.
taking you with them and you're falling on top of
Well,
them.
yeah, one of the worst things I ever did in my entire life, because I'm a fucking idiot, was I was hanging upside down on the monkey bars like kids do, and I had this awesome vision in my head that I'm gonna release my legs, I'm gonna do a backflip and land on my feet because I'm a fucking cool ass dude.
Yeah.
That's not how that shit went down. I
Right on the
released
neck.
and went straight down onto my head, and I
Yep.
can't believe I'm not dead.
Yep.
it
but-
works that way.
Yeah, my dad had to pick up my like mangled body and like take me home.
Yeah, and then I mean, there are so many memories of just like random playing, and I don't know, man. I also do remember having weirdly specific conversations on playgrounds. Like we had this curly slide, and I remember hanging out with a kid. His name was Alex King, and I remember sitting
What
in
up,
this.
Alex?
Yeah, I haven't talked to that kid forever, but sitting in this little hut and asking him about God and being like, "What is this God
Were you
thing?"
stoned?
And just like, no, we're 8 years old, and like we were just curious kids, and we like come to like some little conclusion or realization of what we thought, and then we'd go down this slide, and then we come back up and think about something else. And I don't know, I just think there's like this pure innocence, and like it's all nostalgia. It's all like happy feelings, whether or not you're breaking your rib or you're
Cracking your head
trying
open.
to hang out. There was this little structure that was sort of like a heart, and if you were laying in there with a girl, that's your
Oh.
wife, that's your girlfriend. You guys are dating, and I remember always trying to get someone, not letting the guys see I want a girl in there, but then trying to get someone in.
You want to
there.
be that guy that just girls were drawn to you.
I tried.
It's not my thing, dude. They just
Oh, I'm just here, man. This is my spot.
My God, I love all. It just makes me. I just realize how bad of a human being I was. Like playgrounds bring out the best and worst in you.
Oh, definitely
Like,
the worst.
As you get older, it just becomes worse. Like because when you're a kid, it's like, oh, we're just playing. Yeah, we'll do chicken fights or whatever. But once you became 9, maybe I would say, you just become this evil fucking Satan spawn. And once you learn about water balloons, that means anyone that's younger than you on the monkey bars, they're getting hit. And then you start to fucking create wars with like the rival gangs that
Sure,
have playground. Because
sure.
this is my fucking playground.
Okay.
What the hell are you doing here? Worst thing I ever did was, we had a water fight. People were bringing water balloons. So there was the M&M minis when those came out. Do you guys remember this? Familiar
Oh,
with
yeah.
M&M minis,
Little tubes,
Yeah.
hog tubes.
We'd fill the tubes with water and pepper. We're using like grenades. People
Homemade-
walk up-
So at that,
pepper
yeah, it's
spray?
homemade pepper spray. So we fucking love blinding those little shits. Like, fuck those
we
kids.
open the tops of it and put it on their fucking face.
What's wrong with you? That's not
Like
in any of our
roll down the hill.
experiences. Colin had a lovely hockey game. Greg and I were too chubby to fucking
Well, no,
climb the
I'm
monkey
with him
bars.
because I remember in I went to private school until college, but the one school I went to, St. Petronell, shout out to Glen Ellen, Illinois, kindergarten through 8th grade, right? And so I remember getting like there was that weird, and I don't not by the time you're in 8th grade, junior high, you're aging, you're ready for, but that 9-year-old thing when because like it was you had recess or whatever, right, or whatever, but it was just. It was prison. You were released into the yard because we didn't have basketball hoops for the longest time. So you just went out into this parking lot and put your hands in your pockets and we're trading Terminator 2 cards and shit. But like I remember, and people are just running. Sometimes you're playing football and it's not tackle, and then it becomes tackle, and you're in your uniform, your school uniform, beating the shit out of each other. And then it was only good when it was snow days because they would plow there when it had snowed because they plow all the snow into the back corner, and then you could go play King of the Mountain on there or whatever, where you're just beating the shit out of whoever's at the top of the mountain. And then not to mention that on the other side of the mountain, the parking lot was raised, so it was already 4 or 5 feet up, maybe even more, and then you were on top of a mountain. So if you ever tumbled off the other way, you were fucked and it was over. But I remember when you like playing fights out there or something, and like I remember distinctly getting into a fight, but it was like something popped off, and I don't want to say it was like a bunch of us fighting one guy, but I definitely remember it was like we were ganging up on somebody. He was a dick, if I remember correctly. But I distinctly remember taking my hand and grabbing his cheek. Like I had this kid by the cheek because like everybody else was people were throwing punches and that's all I could get. Like what was I doing? Well, I was like I have to murder this guy. And when I got caught, and when I got caught in 1st grade, here's one for you. Jot it all down. Put a time code here for them. In 1st grade, I had a teacher named Miss Yone, and she gave out IOUs when you did something good in class, right? Or you got answers right, or whatever the fuck it was. And then you got to trade in the IOUs and get stuff. You know, like they had some crosses. They had bubble gum. You know, they had things you traded them in for, right?
I'm sorry. Tim just made the blowjob to the camera. He made that blowjob.
You didn't need to reference it, Nick. They either saw.
Why
or
did you
they
do the
didn't.
blowjob thing? For the IOUs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss Lau?
Wanted you to know that was inappropriate.
Miss Young.
Sorry to
Miss
interrupt
Young.
your story.
Oh.
Anyways, thank you. Thank you for
Mine was
keeping
Miss
him
Lau.
honest.
They were great.
So I, believe it or not, didn't get many IOUs. Wasn't doing well in class. Was very funny, trying to be a class clown kind of guy or whatever. And there was this kid, Gary Morris, who got a whole bunch of IOUs. He was super smart, nerdy guy, or just smart, whatever. But he was, you're kids. I was fat and stupid. He was nerdy, but not the comic booky way. In the nerdy school way. He likes school.
Urkel.
Not to that level.
Steve Urkel.
And I haven't said I haven't said Gary Morrison's name in forever. I wonder what if he probably turned out to be fucking president. Anyways, he had a stack of
He
IOUs.
was definitely not president.
He had a stack of IOUs once, and he was leaning over his desk, and I fucking came by and stole them all.
All of them,
all
not
of
even
them.
just one.
It gets better. It gets better about this. Steal this entire stack of IOUs. Horrible and dumb or whatever, but whatever. I do that to begin with. And then later that day, I'm bragging about how many IOUs I have. And Gary, of course, being smart, me being dumb, saw that I had he had put designs on his IOUs, with crayons and stuff. He's like, those are clearly mine. Reports me a teacher, and it's up. He's like, the jig is up, and they're gonna call my parents. So at recess, I flipped myself over the bike rack to hurt myself to send myself home. Still got caught. Still got caught.
Oh man.
But yeah, that was my big plan.
You are a
Kamikaze
fucking
mission.
special.
I was like,
guy.
how can I do this to get out of here? I need to get out, leave the scene of the crime here, and that was what I came up with. Is that I would sit on top of the thing and then fall backwards, and I did. And it didn't hurt bad, but then you acted like it hurt real bad.
Yeah.
I just want you to just take a step back there, Greggy, and just get some perspective on the two major points of those stories. One, you purposely hurt yourself to get out of being persecuted for stealing someone's IOUs.
Yeah.
And even more important, your defense and or offensive means of fighting someone was to grab them by the cheek.
Again, he was wrapped up with somebody else.
What did that look like in your brain before you did it?
I don't think there was any. No, there
You
was
just
no plan
were
to it.
caught up by
I
the
think
rage.
That's
and
what I
you
had.
just
I had
went
a
for the
shot
fucking
at,
cheek.
and I was like, I'm gonna grab him by the cheek, pinch him like his grandma.
And then you let him go.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
I don't even know
I can't keep this.
that's what I would love to go back to that moment and just. How long did I hold on to that kid's cheek? How long with all my fingertips there on the cheek? And did
That
he look at
kid's-
me?
That
like,
kid's at the bottom. That kid's at the bottom. I imagine this kid's at the bottom of a dog pile.
Exactly.
And he's getting his fucking ass handed to him. And to add insult to injury, this little fucking white doughy shit comes over to him and grabs him on the cheek for must have been a couple seconds.
Yeah.
And then just let go.
I'm like, well, I've done all I can. I've supported my friend in this
I'm gonna
fight.
go throw myself over a bike rack
All right,
now.
guys, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna hurt myself with this bike rack.
You are. Oh, we're gonna. The stories we'll tell.
Fucking things, man.
I can't
It's
wait.
all just perfect.
I can't wait.
That's a good topic, Tim.
Thank you.
I didn't believe in it at first.
Oh, I
but now
believed in
do.
it.
I'm glad
There's
you.
way more where that comes from.
Do you want to keep going?
No.
Oh.
I'll save it for
This is a
another
long
time.
show.
I know. Maddie Kerr.
I do want
Maddie
to
Kerr
talk. I
brought
want
the
to have
thunder.
a topic about water fights at some point because that's a whole.
I do have good
topic
good
in its own.
stories about
Somebody put that on there thing. That topic was brought to you by a new sponsor, kind of. Ding, 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 ding. Now you can showcase your geek chic style with Level Up, a monthly mystery apparel subscription from Loot Crate. You can get 2 different pairs of high-quality socks, 1 to 2 fashionable accessories, or a wearable item like a long-sleeve shirt or lounge pants. Same things as Loot Crate every month, and it serves as a great companion to your loot because there are no repeats. Each month's theme is inspired by all your favorite pop culture brands like Star Wars, Doctor Who, and Fallout 4, and often contains high-quality exclusives. Go to lootcrate.com/funny to learn more. Use the code FUNNY to save 10%. This month's theme is Galaxy with Star Wars items perfect for Jedi, Padawans, Rebels, and serious Star Wars fans. I'm going to add in big-time Watto fans as well.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you'll get some Watto socks.
I would love some. They just say,
This actually sounds cool. I'm into this because I like socks. A couple months ago, Luke had the Pokemon socks.
Yeah.
Big fan of those.
Good.
Nick thinks they're my SpongeBob socks, but they're not.
You got a lot of Pokemon paraphernalia, and I respect that.
Yep.
You got that hat yesterday.
I did.
The
Thank you
fisherman's
for
hat.
that, by the way. You
The
big,
Grimecraft
beautiful
hat?
kid.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You got that hat?
Yeah,
Grimecraft
yeah,
has that hat?
Grimecraft. Yeah, he also has that.
I think you invented
The
it.
Dale hat.
Yeah, good call. That's a good one.
I went to
Yeah,
Chinatown and there's a lot of Pikachu there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Maddie Kerr, thank you.
Yeah, thank you
for all
guys.
your support on
Oh,
patreon.com/kind
absolutely.
of for coming here. You're great. You were great. You fit right in. Did you have fun?
Oh, dude,
was
this
it
is
worth it?
awesome. Oh, man, no. Yeah. No, it absolutely was. Absolutely. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, this has been the Game Over Greggy Show. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each bring a random topic of discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny. Toss us a few bucks and you get each and every episode early. If you don't like that, don't worry. We don't need your money. Go to youtube.com/kindafunny where we break it out topic by topic, day by day before posting the entire show as a big MP3 and video for your amusement. Gentlemen, It's been awesome.
Thank you. That was my favorite line of all time, by the way. You went to Chinatown. There's a lot of Pikachu there.
I'm glad you like that.
It's been okay.
Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.